Don't fall into the number one trap that most crypto investors fall into, which is waiting for other people to tell you how to feel. Okay? We are going to go through an example here that no one else is going to show you but me, because we're friends. Let's start. The hero of 2021 was WAGMI Spirit. We are all gonna make it. You remember that song? We're all gonna make it. That was a top signal when that curly haired woman started singing that. It was Diamond Hands, HODL, everywhere. That was the meme. The tragedy of the commons. The people accepted the meme into their heart precisely at the top, which means it died up there. That was the actual death. It died when it finally hit peak meme. Because there's no one else to take the meme on, you know? Now that we all have it, it's the new norm. And when it's the new norm, it can only go the other way. Look at this cute little picture. Diamond Hands, that picture was everywhere. See this period, this box up here? Many people thought they discovered WAGMI and Diamond Hands up here. Wrong. You didn't discover anything. We discovered it. You know when we discovered it? When we were getting absolutely destroyed by the market. Here. This is when we discovered it. This is when I discovered it. I was called a poopy face. I was called a heretic. I was excommunicated from the village. I said Ethereum's going to flip Bitcoin. I said Bitcoin's going to go up. I said 180,000. Who cares? It still went to 69. Many people. I promise you, friends, I have so many messages I could show you. Many people were literally calling me an absolute redacted carrot eater for saying that Bitcoin would ever go above $20,000 in the next 10 years. Yes, I'm not exaggerating. 10 years when we were down here. They said it'd never go above $20,000 within the next 10 years. Okay. So I was obviously seen as a heretic for suggesting anything above that number in the next couple of years. Right? Makes you think. Alright? Makes you think. So, the spirit of WAGMI died up the top. And look what happened here, man. Who was the spirit of 2022? We have a main character. GCR, the Grim Reaper, I call him. I don't know if it's a group of people. You don't know, right? Mysterious, shadowy figure. He coined the term inverse investing, which is basically just getting short with less than 1x leverage, come back in 12 months. He faded every rally. The Lunar community tried to take him on, which is honestly one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Swing trading at the leverage casino. Posting screenshots. I want to tell you something. One of the best indicators of the top is when people start to post P&Ls of their screenshot. GCR started posting P&Ls of his screenshot. However, there were shorts on the way down. Okay? It's something to think about. It's something to think about. And I've already said here, most haven't realized the spirit of GCR. It's already dead. He's a dead man. And they'll realize when it's too late. So, let's clear the air here. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with GCR. He's just another dude, man. He's just another dude trading in the markets, trying to make money. Doesn't matter. It's the people. The people. It's the tragedy of the commons. The tragedy is the people make someone a hero precisely at the time when they should make them the enemy. That is the paradox. That's the tragedy of the commons, man. Precisely when you need to reject the idea, we support it. GM WAGMI, HODL, when moon. There's such fun memes. I love even saying them. Just yelling them to myself in my room. in a dusty room here in Australia. They're really fun. That's why I really believe they'll come back again. They're just so fun to cheer when there's green candles, right? Precisely when we saw it everywhere, we should have been rejecting the idea. We should have been saying, hey, this was GM wag me. GM, we're all going to make it. We're all going to make it. When I am getting abusive messages saying I'm irresponsible for suggesting Bitcoin could ever go above $20,000 in our lifetime, in like the next 10 years. That is HODL, man. Hold on for dear life. This is Michael Saylor buying Roger Ver's 30,000x bag. Okay? That's what this is. And now, the bear. You know, the bear could still be on. I mean, we could make lower lows. There are no guarantees. You know me, man. This can happen. We can go negative numbers. Anything can happen. It's going to be painful, but anything can happen. We're prepared for anything. It's all one big fat Ponzi game. Okay? But if it doesn't happen, and the cycle continues, if this happens, if something like that happens, I'm just saying, man, once again, the tragedy of the commons. We made the Grim Reaper the hero when we should be making him an enemy. That's why I'm saying the spirit of him is dead now. Leverage trading, inverse investing, looking for unlocks. That's the wrong strategy to be doing now. And it's not his fault. That's all he knows. That's what he does. You know, it's not his fault that he tweets and there's so many people following him because he's on a leaderboard. We could have chosen anyone, man. You know how hard it is to become a meme. So, it's a tragedy of the commons. It's our fault. We have no one to blame but ourselves. I was early to him being a cryptic message giver, the Grim Reaper, the Doom poster. And now, you know, I respect him, but I'm just going to have to kill him off right now. I'm going to have to kill him off right now. Because the spirit's dead. His spirit is dead. And people will respect him for the wrong message. So what's probably going to happen is there will be more cryptic GCR messages. Okay? There will be more cryptic GCR messages, right? And it will probably involve some wrestling of ideas which toggle between bullish and bearish mindset. You know? So, let me elaborate. Perhaps vague stories about generational wealth casino and the human nature to gamble and speculate. So, vague mishmash bullshit trying to get mid-curvers to think it's now the time to get long. Alright? And then perhaps vague stories about doom, which is inevitable because the echoes of the past are too traumatizing and we all remember the pain, so we won't ever go euphoric again. Now obviously these are just word salad, like who cares, but I'm trying to, why I learned this is because for us to beat the mid-curvers, first, we have to think like a mid-curver. We have to see the information they are seeing. We have to read the words they're reading. We have to follow the people they're following so we can precisely predict why they're going to be destined to live and die as a mid-curver their whole life without ever knowing they're literally right in the middle. The mid-curver meme, all right? We have to get this. Mid-curve meme. Let's go. This is one of the greatest. Honestly, this is one of the greatest life memes ever, okay? Right. One of the greatest life memes ever. The mid-curve meme, the soy zoomer in between, all right? So, right now, GCR followers, all right? Hey, I love GCR, man. Picked him from day one, okay? But there's too many mid-curvers here now, right? It's the tragedy of the commons. You've now made him the main character. And I'm trying to predict how he dies. Because he's a contrarian. So how do you kill off a contrarian? Well, Maybe he doesn't die, but it's the people who following him who get wrecked. That's possible. So, there is a prophecy. I've seen this thousands of times, friends. He's going to make a call, and he's going to get it wrong. I don't know what call it's going to be, and people are going to crucify him for it. And it's going to be one of the funniest memes ever, because I hope you're just holding spot long, because one of his calls, like, man, you're traders, you don't get everything right. He's going to make one vague tweet, get something wrong, and everyone's going to be like, oh, fraud, and like, it's going to be fun to see it happen. And everyone's going to be missing the point, right? It's literally just the inverse of Diamond Hands, saying, Diamond Hands, you're all like schizophrenic and everything. It's funny to see it just happen literally in reverse. So, GCR followers are now mid-curvers. We can see this now. It's going to take a while to play out, and everyone doesn't know it yet. They all think a cryptic message guy is going to have a 100% win rate. And they've actually, like, the beautiful part is they are now complacent. So, up here, there is, their Wall Street cheat sheet. There's euphoria, and then we come down, you're now complacent. As in, I'm having such a good time, I don't need to think about the downside risks. Well, there's inverse complacency, right? And inverse complacency is, well, I'm waiting for GCR to tell me to go balls deep long. I don't need to worry about these prices shifting too far away, because I know everyone's having such a bad time. There's like no chance anyone's going to come. Does this sound familiar? Everybody is literally complacent. They're all saying, there's no crypto narrative. There's no Fed pivot. There's nothing bad. There's nothing good happening in the world. It's all bad still. Look at the interest rates. Look at this. CPI still hasn't come down, buddy boy. That's all they're saying. That is inverse complacency. They literally think the market's going to go beep, 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 beep. Get them back in. Fed's going to pivot. That's what they think is going to happen, which is perfect, because we all thought up here, right? We all thought market's going to go wee. That's what we all thought is going to happen. Instead, it farted down. Maybe this spits upward. So, GCR followers, the tragedy of the commons. We've now made him the main character, and it's precisely at the wrong moment. We made Michael Saylor the main character at the top, forgetting that, he bought after COVID, man. He bought like June, July after COVID, friends. I think people forget that. Let's put it on a log chart, right? I've got to show you, like, you guys, we the people, okay, not you guys, we the people made Michael Saylor a main character when he bought Bitcoin here. We made him a main character. Like, we gave him the respect Roger Ver should be given. The guy had held for like 9 months by this point. Everybody was like going euphoric, right? It wasn't even up there. Like, everybody was literally euphoric for him in May. Come on, man. It hadn't even been 2 years. Main character! Woo! It's funny. It's such a short amount of time. The way people talking about Michael Saylor, it's like he literally was hanging out with Hal Finney doing backflips, sending each other emails to like PsyOps everyone for OPSEC, and hanging out with Roger Ver, and he bought Bitcoin early. That's the type of attention he's getting right now. You forget, like, I'm earlier than him. Me. And so many people are. Right? So, GCR. How's it going to happen? How's this story going to end? Well, he's a contrarian trader, so maybe he never goes bust. It's never like, we see him fall. It's his spirit. That's why in my message, the spirit of GCR is already dead. And everybody's going to realize when it's too late. Okay? Everyone's going to realize, yes, we're all going to make it, but 99% of the coins won't. And they realize this is too late. Okay? See, I was making tweets saying, hey man, this whole time I was saying, hey, all the good coins are down 90%, 95%. You can rotate your trash stuff to the good stuff because they're also at a discount now. This is the one advantage of crypto. We sell off the good stuff with the bad stuff 90%. So you get a free rotation. Right? GCR. His followers, it's a tragedy of the commons. There's no other way else to put it. And everybody's going to realize they're mid-curvers when it's too late. So, what's the crowd looking for? I started off this video by telling you the number one mistake everyone makes is waiting for other people to tell them how to feel. Okay? That's the definition of a soy drinker. To wake up. Like, imagine you wake up in the morning and you came and asked me, hey, should I feel happy or sad today? Right? That's what people are doing in crypto. Because we have a yearning. We want a leader. We want to follow someone. Like, please, I know the feeling, man. When you fail so many times and you get blown to pieces and your estrogen levels are so high and your testosterone is so low, you can't stand on your own feet. I know you want a leader. But I don't think you need that, man. You got to look in the mirror and say, fuck him. You're going to make it. We've done the hard work, man. You got to HODL. You have to HODL at all costs. That's why when people ask me, when moon, I always say 2025, 2026. Not because I really think we're actually going to go up then. I just want you to pretend that it's now 2024 June and we're crashing. And you at least you've built up this like training in your mind thinking, okay, well, 2025 to 6 is like, you know, it's still ahead in the future. Because if I said to you, oh, we're definitely mooning by like March 2023, you'd be losing the plot if we're going down, man. Because you're probably looking for a reason to exit, right? So the spirit of GCR is probably dead. Everybody's going to be watching him like a hawk, like they do now, because they want to know, oh, generational wealth casino. Oh no, we got too far. Oh no, yes, it's up. Oh no, we're going to rinse. Everybody is now following his prediction pattern, which is, I think in his latest tweet, he said, there's going to be a long bear market after we go up, and it's going to rinse and rinse and rinse. See, I love hearing that. Do you want to know why I love hearing that? Because that's everyone's thesis. It was mine too. The thesis is, yeah, we go up and then long, gruesome, sideways to chop and churn. I love that, friends, because it means we're going to get something different. Yes, there is a chance that was the time to exit. We're all going negative to zero and liquidating SATA. There is a chance that happens. But because even GCR is on board with the whole, oh, it's going to be long. Like maybe we're like, oh yeah, GCR's right. No, see you later. Break the high, come back in. Right? Maybe not this year, okay? If I was to map out, just thinking where April 2024 is, right? Yeah, maybe surprise us, man. Maybe surprise them. You never know, man. This game is wild. Maybe we actually go poke up above 5K and come back down. I don't know. But the fact that GCR's not even talking about that means there's a chance that it happens. That's really good. You want everyone to have their guards down. Okay? So it's a bit of hopium for us holders because his spirit's dead now, you know? Just like the HODL spirit was dead up here, you had to get out of your NFTs. You had to get out of Solana. You had to get out of Phantom. You had to get rid of all this stuff that just had too much hype, too much attention, right? And now it's the inverse, but no one wants to believe it. GCR is a trader, man. GCR is a trader. GCR scalps. He will take profit. He uses leverage. So you got to understand this. So literally, this guy, opposite time frame of HODLer long term, right? Opposite. And the funny thing is, this is what I love, okay? This is what I love. By the way, none of this is GCR's fault. This is the people's fault. You guys want a bear market hero? Well, you got him, all right? And it's a super short-term focused guy. 1 day, 1 month, 1 week, etc., right? You got him. You got him. And people are going to follow the wrong lessons. So everybody got conned up here to holding forever. Yeah? Everybody got conned up here. We're going to hold everything forever. Okay? People held their JPEGs forever. People held layer 1 chains. People didn't think about the inflation. We didn't think about, you know, some chains are ghostware. Some chains, like, they were nowhere near competing with Ethereum's activity or developer levels, right? You know? We forgot about short-term up there. It was long-term only. And down here, we all made GCR the short-term king, short-term bear, short-term king. So, this is nothing, man. We've just abandoned diamond hands down here, which is perfectly normal, right? So if you're listening and you see his cryptic messages go up, go down, I'm telling you now, you are allowed to feel bullish when things are going down, right? I am hyper bullish. Hyper. Don't ask me who's gonna buy our bags next? Where's the money gonna come from? They're all poopy face questions. Don't ask that question. All I know is strong hands bought here. Strong hands are still holding, okay? Weak hands sold at the lows. Weak hands have sold. And I know that we will be considered strong. Let's go here. In 2025, we will be considered strong hands, okay? So, we're here. Strong hands. Strong hands. We will be considered strong. Weak hands. And that's it. We are closer to the strong hand zone than the weak hand zone. That's all I care about. And we're still holding. And as we get up here, we're closer to the weak hand zone. That's all you need to know, man. That's all you need to know. Not, should I feel bullish? Should I feel bearish? This guy's saying down. This guy's saying sideways. Woo. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, man. It doesn't matter. You got BlackRock secretly buying more. You got all these insiders buying. They come out on TV and they hint to you like, yeah, I'm so bullish on crypto, baby. What do you think? Why do you think guys like Larry Fink owning BlackRock, right? Secret controller of literally like 30% of the world. Why do you think he comes out and starts going on TV like, yeah, man, crypto is obviously the future. We're going to tokenize everything. Why do you think he says it here? But do you think he was just sitting on his hands doing nothing here? They were buying and they were bidding. Okay? The good thing is everyone's forgot about that. Why? Everybody is trying to be a GCR maxi. That's what we want. That's what we want. But it's a tragedy of the commons. So we're just going to see how this plays out. We can't do anything. We're next to the strong hands. And that's where we want to be.